Good afternoon, beauties. Happy Sunday and a wonderful Sunday it is. It's like 70 degrees outside here. But anyway, today's video is a continuation of my birthday meal. This is actually going to be the main course, which is butterflied coconut shrimp. I also cook broccoli and Caribbean rice as the side dishes. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you for joining me and enjoy the show. Bye, guys. Here we have the ingredients I used to coat the shrimps. I used 4C panko plain breadcrumbs. You can use whatever brand you choose. I also used Nature's Promise organic unsweetened coconut flakes. This was the only brand in my local supermarket that was unsweetened. So yeah, that's what I had to go with, guys. You're also going to need 2 eggs. You're going to use the eggs to keep the coating that we're going to make on the shrimp. You'll need flour. I had self-rising, so that's what I used, but feel free to use all-purpose flour. Either one will work. Then you're going to need your seasonings. Because this was my first time making it, I didn't want to mix too many seasonings, so I chose to use regular salt and black pepper. But again, feel free to use whatever seasonings you prefer. Next, you're going to butterfly the shrimp. I did leave the tails on the shrimp, and you want to cut them as close as possible without cutting it completely in half. These shrimp were already deveined and shelled, but I found that there was still some more veining in there, so I just went ahead and removed it. Next, after you've cut up all your shrimp, you're going to beat the 2 eggs together in a bowl. I used a whisk and I just mixed them together and beat them up pretty good, just to make sure it was well blended. And just, take your time and get it in so it's not, lumpy. The yolk is not lumpy when you're trying to dip the shrimp in there. And the next thing we're going to work on will be mixing the coatings. So I used a cup of the panko breadcrumbs. You want to fill it up, make sure it's evened out so that it will be equal parts. You're also going to use 1 cup of the coconut flakes. So fill it up, 1 cup of each. Mix the ingredients together. Make sure you get them, really mixed well. So when you're dipping, you're getting both the breadcrumbs as well as the coconut flakes. The next dry mixture you're going to need is the flour. And once you get your flour, you put in as much as you desire that you think you're going to need for frying, and then add your seasonings, whatever seasonings you used. Again, I used salt and pepper, and as you can see, I dropped in too much pepper, but it all worked out because it was a lot of flour, and I like it peppery, but it really wasn't hot. It looks worse than it actually was. So there you have your 2 coatings together, and then you start the process. You dip the shrimp in the egg mixture, and then you dip that in flour. Make sure you're covering it completely, and then you want to dip that back in the eggs. As you can see, I almost went straight to the breadcrumbs, but it's the flour, egg, then the breadcrumb mixture, and then make sure it's covered completely, and then you lay that on the plate. You want to get as many covered with the coating as possible to make the frying process quicker. So I did about a plate full of the shrimp mixture, and I kept forgetting to go from the flour to the egg to the breadcrumb. So don't forget the process of coating the shrimp. And so once I had a plate full, then I went to the grease that I did have heating while I was coating the pieces of shrimp. And so I lay them all, and you don't want to put too many in the pan because you want the grease to stay hot. And, you know, so I spaced them out as well as I could. I filled the plate, and all of the pieces actually fit in the pot at one time. I did have like 2 plates full because I bought a pound of shrimp. So 2 plates, I had to do 2 fryings just to give you an idea. So as it browned on the side, you don't want to cook the shrimp too long because you don't want the shrimp to be tough. And so it doesn't take long to cook shrimp, whether you're cooking it this way or any other way. So once it browns, you turn it over and make sure, try to lay it as flat as possible if you can, because I know it curls up once you start frying it. But yes, I browned it on both sides. Doesn't it look so good? So we fried it, and then it was time to take it out. So I moved it off the heat and started draining it. I put some paper towel down so it would drain some of the oil out. And look, I got popped, guys. And this is the finished product. And it's pretty simple. Hope it was easy enough for you. So I added some Zatarain's Caribbean flavored rice, steamed some broccoli florets. And now we're going to taste it. I've never made the rice before, so hopefully it all turns out good. It's pretty good. It tastes a little greasy, and it could be because I don't really eat fried food, but it's pretty good. You can taste the flavors, and the rice is sweet, so I like that. And who doesn't like broccoli? So I think I did good on my birthday dinner. Comment if you try it. Share your plate if you try it. And happy birthday to me. Bye, guys.